Hello student, today I am going to explain chapter 6, that is proportion. In my last video I have explained the ratio and I hope you have solved the exercise 6a. So dear students, today I am going to explain proportion. Okay, so proportion, it is related to ratio. Student, when four quantities are so related, that the ratio between first and the second quantities is equal to the ratio between the third and fourth quantities. See, suppose this is A is to B, this is A is to B, and this is C is to D, C is to D. Student, this is a one ratio, this is second ratio. Student, when these two ratio A is to B and C is to D are equal, ratio of the first two term and the ratio of second two term are equal, therefore these two terms are said to be in proportion, and the symbol of proportion is like that. Symbol of proportion is like that. So student, proportion is the relation between two ratio. Okay, so write you when four quantities are so related that the ratio between first and the second quantities is equal to the ratio between third and the fourth quantities. Therefore, when four quantities are so related that the ratio between first and second is equal to the ratio between third and fourth quantities. The quantities are said to be in proportion. The quantities are said to be in proportion. Okay, student, see the example. Symbol of proportion is double column, है ना? Double column. Okay. So when four quantities are so related that the ratio between first and second quantities is equal to the ratio between third and fourth quantities, the quantities are said to be in proportion, and this is the symbol of proportion. See, so A is to B is proportional to B is to C. A is to B is proportional to B is to C. In this here, this is the first ratio and this is the second ratio. Student, these are the two ratio and this is the symbol of proportion. Therefore, these two ratio are in proportional. Okay. So actually, proportion is equality of two ratio. Proportion is the equality of two ratio. In which, see, these two terms are called mean. In proportion, these two terms are called mean and these two terms are called extreme. Extreme. Therefore, student, A proportion is actually, proportion is the product of mean is equal to product of extreme. When product of mean and product of extreme are equal, when product of mean and product of extreme are equal, we can say the terms are, the ratios are in proportion. See, in this example, if product of mean means if B into B is equal to A into C. Okay. Let's take an example. Let's take an example. Example is from your exercise. That is exercise 6B. 6B. Question number 1 is check whether the following quantities are form a proportion or not. Okay, and the question is 3x, 7x, 24 and 56. See student, 3x and 7x. See, we will find the ratio between 3x and 7x. X and x will be cancelled out. The ratio is 3:7. For the next term, the 24 by 56. 8 3s are 24, 8 7s are 56. The ratio is again 3:7. So student, see, these two quantities are, the ratio is 3:7, and for these two quantities the ratio is 3:7. Therefore both the ratios are equal. So we can say yes, the quantities are in proportion. Quantities are in proportion. Okay student? One more question, that is third question of question number 1. When the terms are given in fraction, then how will you find the terms are in proportion or not? So term is 1 whole 1 by 2, 1 whole 1 by 2, 3 whole 1 by 4, 4 whole 1 by 2, and 9 whole 3 by 4. So let's find the ratios between first two quantities, that is 1 whole 1 by 2 and 3 whole 1 by 4. First of all, we will convert this ratio, this fraction into improper fraction, that is 2 1s are 2 plus 1 3 by 2, 4 3s are 12, 1 13 by 4. So we will find the ratio between these two quantities, that is 3 by 2 divided by 13 by 4. Okay, so 3 by 2 into 4 by 13, we know we will take the reciprocal of the divisor, that is 13 by 4. So 2 2s are 4, 3 2s are 6, 6 by 13 1s are 13, it is equal to 6:13. Take the another quantity is 4 whole 1 by 2 and 9 whole 3 by 4. So 4 2s are 8, 1 9 by 2 and 9 4s are 36, 3 39 by 4. Now find the ratio between these two quantities. This is 9 by 2 is divided by 39 by 4, that is 9 by 2 into 4 by 39 by taking the reciprocal of the 13 by 9. So 2 2s are 4, okay, 3 3s are 9, 3 13s are 39, that is 3 2s are 6 by 13 1s are 13. This is also equal to 6 by 6:13. So students, you can see the ratio of first two quantities is 6:13 and ratio of second two quantities is also 6:13. Therefore both the ratios are equal. Therefore we can write here, yes, the quantities, yes, comma, the quantities are in proportion. The quantities are in proportion. Student, suppose A is to B is proportion to C is to D. Okay. This is called the first term, this is called second term, this is called third term, and this is called fourth term. This is called fourth term. So next question is related to find the fourth proportional. The fourth term is also called as fourth proportional. So question number 2, you have to find the fourth proportional of 3, 12 and 4. 3, 12 and 4. Student, let the fourth proportional be x. Therefore, 3 is to 12 is proportion to 4 is to x. 3 is to 12 is proportion to 4 is to x. Student, these two quantities are called mean and these two quantities are called extreme. Therefore, product of extreme, that is 3 into x, is equal to product of mean. Therefore, find the x equal to 12 into 4 by 3. 3 4 ja 12, 4 4 ja 16. Therefore, fourth proportional is equal to 16. Fourth proportional is equal to 16. Student, our next topic is continued proportion. Continued proportion means when three quantities are said to be in continued proportion if the ratio between the first and second quantity is equal to the ratio between the second and third quantity. Means A, B and C. Suppose these are the three quantities. If the ratio between first and second quantities, this is the first quantity, this is the second quantity. If the ratio between first and second quantity is equal to the ratio between the second and third quantity, then we can say these three quantities are in continued proportion. Okay, so therefore three quantities are said to be in continued proportion if the ratio between first and second quantities is equal to the ratio between the second and third quantities. Three quantities are said to be in continued proportion. Three quantities like this, like A, B and C, are said to be in continued proportion if the ratio between first and second quantity, first and second quantity, and the ratio between second and third quantity. Second quantity is B here, so B is to C, second and third quantity. If these two ratios are equal, therefore we can say that these three quantities are in continued proportion. So, in continued proportion, student, this is called the mean. So, our third question is related to find the mean proportion. Sorry, find the third proportion. Question number 3. So in this student, in continued proportion A, B and C, this is called the first term, this is called second term. Okay. In the continued proportion, if A, B, C are in continued proportion, therefore the first quantity is called first term, this is second term, this is called the mean term also, this is called the third term. This is called third term or third proportion. Okay, this is called, second term is called mean proportional or mean term, third term is called the third term or third proportional. So our third question is find the third proportional. Find the third proportional. So question number 3, first is find the third proportional of 27 and 9. Students, let the third proportional be x. Therefore 27 is to 9. This is the first term, this is the second term, and x is the third term. So 27 is to 9 is proportional to 9 is to x. See, this is called the mean term, mean proportional. Therefore solve it. We know product of mean is equal to product of extreme. Therefore 27 into x is equal to 9 into 9. X is equal to 9 into 9 by 27. 9 3s are 27, 3 3s are 9. The value of third proportional is, the value of third proportion is 3. Value of third proportional is 3. Okay student, so this way you find the third proportion. Now next question is finding the mean proportional. Find the mean proportional. Question number 4. Find the mean proportional between 16 and 4. 16 and 4. So student, let the mean proportional be x. Therefore 16 is to x is proportional to x is to 4. Student, we know this is called the mean proportional. Therefore product of mean is equal to product of extreme. Therefore x into x is equal to 16 into 4. This is x square is equal to 16 into 4, or we can say 64, or x equal to, when we transfer the square into this side, it is converted into a square root. Therefore the x equal to root under 64, the value of root under 64 is 8. So our mean proportion is 8. So student, this way you find the mean proportion. We will discuss some more questions. That is question number 5. Question number 5. Student, I am solving one question from the each. So you try to solve at home. This is very easy, not more tough. So question number 5 is, if, first question of 5, if A is to B equal to 3 is to 5 and B is to C equal to 4 is to 7, find A is to B is to C. We have to find the A is to B is to C. So see the solution. Student, A is to B is equal to 3 is to 5 and B is to C equal to 4 is to 7. Okay, A is to B equal to 3 is to 5 and B is to C equal to 4 is to 7. Student, see, multiply 4 into 3 and 5. So 4 3s are 12 and 4 5s are 20. This is 12 into 20. We will multiply the 4 by 3 and 4 into 5. 4 into 3 is 12 and 4 into 5 is 20. Again, for this, we will multiply both this quantity by 5. 5 4s are 20, 5 4s are 20 and 5 7s are 35. Student, once again, first of all, we will multiply these two quantity by 4. That is 4 3s are 12, 4 5s are 20. And for this term, we will multiply this both term by 5. 5 4 is 20, 5 7 is 35. Okay student, now see, this is the common term, that is b. Therefore, for a is to b is to c equal to, for a you will write 12, for b, c it is common, b is equal to 20, and for c you will write 35. So student, this way you find a is to b is to c. Very easy. Next question. Next question is the third question of question number 5. Third question of question number 5. Third question is, if m is to n equal to 4 is to 9, m is to n equal to 4 is to 9, and n is to s equal to 3 is to 7, find m is to s. So student, find the solution. M is to n equal to 4 is to 9, therefore m by n equal to 4 by 9. Okay. In second term, n is to s equal to 3 is to 7, therefore n by s equal to 3 by 7. Now we will multiply both the quantities, both the ratio, that is m by n multiplied by n by s equal to m by n equal to 4 by 9 multiplied by n by s equal to 3 by 7. See student, here n and n will be cancelled out. Okay, and this side 4 3s are no. 3 1s are 3, 3 3s are 9, 4 1s are 4. So this side m by s equal to 4 1s are 4 by 7 3s are 21. So we can write it m is to s is equal to 4 is to 21. This way you will find the answer. Okay student, I am going to explain one more question that is quite tough for you, but it is very easy. That is the question number 6. The question number 6 is, if x is to y equal to 5 is to 4 and 2 is to x equal to 3 is to x, 8. Now find the value of y. Student, see the solution. Given x is to y is equal to 5 is to 4, therefore x by y is equal to 5 by 4. Cross multiply it. It is 5 into y, 5y is equal to 4 into x. Therefore y is equal to 4 by 5 into x. This is equation 1. This you assume equation 1. In the second case, 2 is to x is equal to 3 is to y. Therefore 2 by x is equal to 3 by 8. Cross multiply it. 3x is equal to 8 into 2, that is 16. X is equal to 16 by 3. X is equal to 16 by 3. Student, now you have the value of x, that is 16 by 3. Now put the value of x, that is 16 by 3, in equation 1 here. Put the value of x in equation 1. So equation 1 is y equal to 4 by 5 into x, that is 4 by 5 into 16 by 3, that is 16 4 ja 64, 5 3 ja 15. Student, this is the value of y, 64 by 15. So student, I have explained maximum question of this exercise. Okay, you solve at home, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe my channel. Thank you.